Welcome, travelers. Welcome aboard to another episode of Vagrus, the Riven realms. We are very close before entering the big city, Avernum. The end, maybe, of our destination. But we'll see. What will happen? You'll see in this episode, very likely. So, let's hop in to Vagrus and see what Avernum has in store for us, shall we? Welcome, welcome. So, we are having enough movements to drop right into Avernum, and we shall do that. The Comitatus climbs a broken ridge, and everyone stops for a moment to take in the visage of Avernum. Nestled atop around the range large hills at the horizon of the southwest chimneys, the city many forges smelters cast a dark shadow over it, while the lava fields beyond the settlement provide intense reddish glow as a backdrop. Several crude roads meander among the hills here, probably leading to the mines and quarries you have passed during the last day or so. Time for us to part. Wait for a while, Vagrus. The voice of Sidaris makes you jump a little. For a large fellow wearing heavy armor, he managed to creep up without a sound. He's standing beside you, gazing to the horizon. I have to take my way into the city alone. My reasons are my own. But before I go, I have a proposition for you. His voice and stature tells you that there is not much point in arguing. You're well aware, of course, that my contingent was betrayed and ambushed out of the wastelands where we met. During our trek back, here I have come to conclusion that whoever betrayed us had to be someone involved in investigation I led in Avernum before setting out from the city. Even though I have some ideas where to start looking for traitors, the implications of this disciple betrayal are too severe to attempt to meet it head-on. I require secrecy and guile. Most of my remaining allies in the city are too easy to track or recognize, and those responsible could easily make evidence disappear. If I'm revealed to be alive, someone else has to provide that guard for us. I'm still trying to find a voice for our companion here. After a short pause, he looks you in the eye. What I mean is that your friends, the mage, and the rest of your crew would be vital in the finding of culprits and bringing them to justice. The Emperor needs your help, Vagrus. Ask him about what exactly betrayals implies. It implies people in high places, Vagrus, possible in the highest of Avernum. It may be that officers no small importance in the city were corrupted, but not that this Herendon Zerogard teaches us that wiles and mist rooted out no matter how high it reaches, and no matter that cost. Nevertheless, this must be approached with caution and a certain kind of secrecy that my allies do not possess due to our station. What kind of assistance do you require? I need someone it's not known to have cooperated with previous investigations and not associated with my publicity. I need someone to spy on suspected officials and criminals while I coordinate the investigations from a hidden base of operation. You, Vagrus, and your crew fit the requirement perfectly. Additionally, you have proven yourself resourceful and thoughtful since we met. What does that exactly imply? Oh, okay. We had that already. I need someone to Okay, okay. Refuse him. You took him here as you agreed. You have your own business and people to take care of. Agree to help him for the Empire or for getting powerful friends. Agree to help him for a price. You're not an almoner, are you? We're going for this one. We're a businessman. We're a Vagrus. We need to survive somehow. So, agreed. I'm helping you, but for a price. You know, we're not an almoner. A knowing smirk spreads on Sidaris' noble yet cruel face. Yes, I expected as much from likes of you, but fret not, Vagrus. I agree the loyalty and dedication to the Empire ought to be rewarded in some cases. You've already proven yourself useful, and I can assure you that the Order of the Black Sun shall not forget that. Neither your continued service. I may not be coin you get, but I think having an Order support would be eternally more useful in your line of work around the Empire than any material riches. You tell him that such a pledge would be sufficient payment. He nods in agreement. Now, let us part ways and follow my plan. So what's the plan? The plan for now is to make your ways into Avernum separately, so you won't be associated with me at all. Rest assured, although they do not expect my return, the traders would be informed at once had I returned about the city gates, so I have to find an alternate way in. I will send for once I've settled in. Someone trustworthy shall appear and guide you to my next word makes him wins hideout. We'll take about our task there. You ask him about belongings of the former comrades, the 9 forms. That might be complicated matter somewhat. He looks thoughtful. Take their holy symbols to the temple of Sergorot quietly. You can get rid of the weapons as you see fit, but I forbid selling them at the market. It will draw too much attention to you, and we do not want that for now. Sedaris pierces you with a gaze. I sincerely hope I can trust you with this, Vagrus. Woe betide to you if you not comply. With that, he takes his leave of and waits you to signal the Commandant to move forward. The knight remains behind. You find his way into the city on your own. A quarter of an hour later, Sedarius is only a speck on the horizon and you're rapidly approaching Avernum. The last stretch before the city awaits you. Sedarius was removed from the Comitatus.
Dark omens, ominous apparitions.
I love this narrator.
Otherworldly covenant of specters, a grim night out for vengeance. Time and coin running out slowly. Yet against all odds, we journeyed to the city of Avernum on the Smoulderbone Flats. A place bustling with travelers, merchants, and lowlifes. It was supposed to be a short stop on our way east, but we got more than we bargained for.
Ooh, did we? Let's see. What are we getting? When occupying a settlement node, you can enter the settlement by clicking the symbol. The city of Avernum, you can smell its foul stench even as you approach its mighty gates, set the dark walls decorated with bones and gigantic creatures. The dry, sulphurous reek of the region so close to the metal tongue mixes with the bitter ash and stink of the many foundries and forges of the city. Over the walls, the rooftops and chimneys of the city lean together in a jumbled buildings on the lower part of the hill are more dilapidable. I have no clue what that word means. While the ones near the top are the better condition in general, with a walled-off villa appearing here and there. A group of guards stop you as the Comitatus moves spontaneously under the gate's arc. While your cargo and men are being checked, you can see several of the grim black cat legionnaires of the Avernum Legions standing guard beneath the gate tower staring at you. Gate tax is 2 changers. The head guardsman says after getting the confirmation from his men that everything is in order. A slave next to him bows to you and holds up a money box. He carries chains to him. Pay. Shit, we don't have enough money. 2 changers? Is changer? Pay the tax. Okay. Having passed through the city gate, you arrive at a cobbled plaza. On the other side, you head towards the Mancio. What's the Mancio? Is a great inn. Okay. It's a great inn in the city. The large inn for comitati. Without delay, you set yourself up there and have some rest over the arduous journey. In an hour, everything is settled, your beasts are stabled, your cargo is unloaded into a warehouse, and most of your crew is resting already. Just as you're about to head into the common room and order a drink for yourself, Javik approaches you and draws you aside. There is someone here to see you, boss. Someone sent by our knightly friend. Says she wants to talk to you discreetly. She's waiting behind the stables. Javik says in a hushed tone. It was foolish to think that you have rid yourself of Sidarius and his agenda even for a few hours. But you have little choice. You're the messenger out. The woman waiting for you in the shadows behind the stables of the Muncio is wearing a large hood and a long cape over a dark grey, featureless tunic. As you approach, she throws the hood back, revealing the markings of someone in the service of Ashkul. Ashkul is the king of the underworld and a god of death. Okay. The god of the underworld. A face painted pale with dark eyeshadow to give the impression of a skull. You suspect that she is a novice attached to the Order of the Black Sun, or an acolyte of the Church of Ashkul. The woman looks around furtively. There's nobody nearby, just you and Javik. Greetings from our mutual friend, the Knight, Dominus. The young woman says quietly after looking you in the eye. I was sent here to take you to him. When you're ready, I'll wait here. Just don't take too long. He is very eager to see you. From now on, you can visit Sidarius in Avernum. Before you set out, Javik draws you aside. So, it would seem that we'll stay here longer than we expected. It occurs to me that such a delay would be a strain to our resources and rather doubt to our knightly friend cares about that. You've considered this also. Javik goes on as you rub your chin thoughtfully. I was thinking we could smelt the scrap metal we bought. I know it would cost us, but hear me out. Not only does smelted metal take up less space in the cargo hold, but could also allow us to sell a fraction of it for great profit here. It's a loss in the long run, but we have to pay the crew if we're Thierry here, don't we? You have to admit, he's making a lot of sense. You could smelt down the metal and sell some of the bars from injection of coins if need be. The two of you make it ready to set out. Skull! I'm sorry for that alert. Totally forgot that we have that on. Nearly rattled me there a little bit. So, the Muncio Pane is now active. Okay, on the tip of the old junk guarding arid smolder mountain flats lies the imperial city of Avernum. It looks interesting, with all these huge skeletons upon, with the ghettos outside of the door, and the huge buildings and the Romanesque architecture, even. Yeah, I would say Romanesque. So enter the Temple of Ashku, visit the Slagford, explore the city, meet Skornar, go to the fighting pits, seek out the foundries, visit the sorcerers. Let's go to the hideout first, since he's waiting for us. Yeah, let's go to the hideout first. Visit Sidarius hideout. Do I have to click something? Am I missing something here? Tutorial. Navigate the mansion pane by clicking on the decanter. Oh. This is the mansion pane. Mansions are inns specialized for comitati. When you rest in the mansion, the day ends and you'll get an end day scene similar to when you camp in the wilderness. You can see your own comitatus crew pane on the left and the mansion stock on the right. You can hire or dismiss crew as well as buy or sell beasts in the mansion. Switch between crew and beasts with buttons at the top to be changed. Okay. Rumors can also be purchased here. These bits information unlock points of interest on your chart, tip you off on business opportunities, or give you hints on the storylines. Purchased rumors can be found in the journal under Rumors tab. Passengers can sometimes also be found in mansions to take into destinations and give you strength and crew combat shown here. Exchange news allows you to tap into local sources about the settlement you are in, which could be information people might pay for other places. At the same time, you also pass on news you've gathered from elsewhere, providing a few coins. The list of settlements you carry news from can be found in the journal on the news tab. Oh, that's interesting. We've got the wandering old man. companions. Unpaid days are 5. Oof. We definitely need to make money. Bounties of Fire. Avernum offers goods the Sadiarar needs. Bounties, where there's manies. Let's exchange news. Okay. We have a little bit of Quinn, although that might cost me to create the bars and ingots that I need to do. So let's see here. Mushroom, iron ingots, equipment, mining equipment, scrap metal. That is a question. How do I? It probably will tell me in the inventory, in the sort cargo, in the tutorial really soon. So let's go to Sidara's hideout. Sidara's hideout is in a tumbled down set of stone buildings about a block away from the Temple of Segurad. You can reach it by going into the enclosed courtyard of several hours, entering the cellars and ascending a well-hidden set of stairs. There's always a novice or two down in the cellar on the guard duty. The apartment Sidara's occupies is owned by the church, but few know of it, even among the anointed. It is usually used when they have someone to hide, which is fairly rare. It's not well furnished and quite dirty. The Knight Sidaris usually sits at the descriptive table or paces back and forth like a black lion. I see there's a P for you at the gate tax. Chances of success are very low. Increase the chances of succeeding the test by 10. Costs me resourcefulness. Nah, not really. Let's report to Sidaris. Let us begin, Vagrus. There is no time to waste. You can almost hear Sidaris' teeth grinding as two of you talk about the investigation. He's clearly on edge for being and powerless while confined to this hideout of this. He begins explaining the situation after you sit down. When I arrived here at the request of the order to root the abolitionists. What the hell is that? The abolitionists. A movement, or in short, abolitionists, are a secret society that built the belief that everybody has the right to liberty and thus works on the abolishing an institution of slavery in the empire. Well, isn't that not a good thing? Plaguing the region, we assume they are not more than well-organized gangs laying ambushes on travelers in the wastelands. Perhaps some idealists and bored aristocrats in the city aid escaped slaves that joined their ranks, but nothing more. A nuisance. Now I'm absolutely sure that quite a lot of powerful people are involved in this whole mess, since they had the audacity and resources to set a trap for my contingent. The required coordination between the slaves and the slave lovers. Therefore, I conclude that the people my initial investigation involved had to have been in cahoots with abolitionists. There we go. You need to find them and learn all you can about what they are hiding. Because we're dealing with powerful people, you need to apply subterfuge. There are 3 sources you have to investigate. These 3 targets were all close to the lead that guided us to the ambush up north. Who's the first target? Our first suspect, Assistant Magister Colludius Daro. He was one assigned to my cohort when we took up investigation in Avernum. He coordinated with local law enforcement and served as a mouthpiece for the Perfectus and his Magisters. I have not a doubt that he has to be involved in some way. Getting to him would not be easy, but I figured something related to me and my contingent's fate would pique his interest. Therefore, go to Slagford and report to officials that you have information about my fate. That will almost certainly get you an audience with Daro. Tell him that you've come across signs of battle and remains of Sergorotides upon north. When he asks if there was a knight of the order among them, tell him no. You ask him what purpose this would serve other than alerting him and his fellow conspiration. Well, you do not have the powers of a priest of Segorod at your disposal, but you do have the next best thing. He says with a predatory smile and looks at Javik. Your friend stirs and seems uncomfortable but nods. I can read his mind. This topic will surely divert his thoughts on matter, making the scan much easier. Oh, that was... never mind. And who's the second target? Next, we have Centurion Vardis Pendius. Centurions are officer of the Imperial Army. Reading a company of 19 to 100 men, just like the Romans did. He had been tasked with leading a patrol to the north reaches between Arenas Negras and the Molten Tongue. According to his report, they found tracks out to rough terrain and followed them amongst the Voices Lake. They stumbled upon a sizable camp hidden in some ravines. They turned back because they were severely outnumbered, and Pendius knew that the camp was either outlaws or a liberated tribe. But when they were leaving, they got ambushed by these hostiles. Only 3 soldiers survived, but only Pendius made it back to Avernum. Conventionally, Sedaris frowns. Pendius is now enjoying his leave of duty. I need you to go to him, stinking drunk and Delphite, question him about these matters. I'm sure that his report is completely fake, but he may let slip who made him lie in the courts. He's a regular at the Rusty Pugio. What about the third target? Finally, there's the Smelter Collegium. Word is they run half the city, especially its criminals. They're not directly involved in the plot, but whoever armed the abolitionists must have done through them. Also, whatever damned slave lovers taken from the Comitati that fall victim to them has to go through the city's black market, also run by the Collegium. They never talk to Sergorodites, but they would talk to you. See what you can learn from them, but be prepared to clever or they'll get suspicious. Sedaris puts a copper coin on the table. This should be more than enough for bribes. Use your guile, or your sorcerer's telepathy, or whatever. I don't care. Just glean from them as much as you can. From the abolitionists' contacts in the city, one of their headquarters is the tavern called Gallows Anvil. You know everything to start your investigation. And I'm getting a lurg. Okay. So the Rosado is a tumbled-down set stone building about a block away from the Temple of Sigurd. You can reach it by going into the enclosed courtyards of several houses. Oh, okay, it's the same text that we had before. Ask him about a mission near the Voiceless Lake. Ask him what he thinks about it. Go over the details of the investigation again. Ask him about the Knights of the Black Sun. The Order of the Black Sun is one of the Fulcimus Imperium. The pillars of the Empire. Fulcimus Imperium is the umbrella term of 3 religion institutions that separate from the churches. Okay. As you know, we are adherents of Sirgorod and our school. We're the best of the best, and forces of the Empire hunting down criminals and traitors, guarding our great leaders, and leading military operations. Our judgments are law, and our fury is that of the Emperor. That reminds me of Warhammer 40k for some reason, I don't know. Was there anything else you wanted? Ask him about the past, tactfully, of course. You know everything you ought to already. I'm a knight of Ordis Negra Solis. I was chosen for training by the Order because of my former display of prowess in the army, my loyalty to the Empire, and my noble bloodline. Yes, I am a nobleman. Though once we join the Order, that matters little. My mentor at Ordis Negra Solis was knight of the great prominence. for which I am grateful to Silgorod. Serdarius looks nostalgic for a few silent moments, then frowns. And what else would you like to know? Should I enlighten you about the workings of my family? Tell you about my first sweetheart? Feed your secrets involved imperial politics? Don't be absurd, Vagrus. I would not do such a thing, even if we were friends. Oh, we're not friends? We're not friends? You know what? Let's try to ask him about giving us the taxes for the door. The Black Knight looks to you in a way that makes you think he'll strike you. He leans closer and speaks. Your business is not mine, is it? So why would I pay for a little band of vagabonds to pass through the city gates? Would you have come here anyways? These are rhetoric questions, and there is no intention to pay for your tax. Shit. Okay, leave the hat out for now. Let's enter the temple and bring the thingies that we got from his, you know, dead people. Temple of Ashkul. Or was it Temple of Sigurd? Journal is down there. No, that's the encyclopedia. What was my journal again? That's the map. My bad. Oh, it's on the left side. Concludes there's investigation. Investigate assistance. The package delivered to the man named Skornar in Avernum. So you're looking for a man named Skornar as well. Let's enter the Temple of Sigurd. There we go. Deliver the belongings of Sedarius' dead companions. Will you give them all the looted weapons and armor, or only the holy symbol and personal belongings? Give them only the holy symbol. The priest growls a short blessing and assures that Sirgorod will not forget you returning the belongings of his lost servant. You thank them before leaving. Leave the temple. Just wanted to bring the stuff there. Then powerful sorcerer lives here. Let's seek out the foundries. Should we smelt down the arms and armor of the dead? Yeah, let's smelt down the armor. And who knows? Maybe we can sell that and leave the scraps with us. There we go. We got bronze. 1 bronze, 1 iron. That's good. Let's meet Skornar, who needs the package. Lavina's watering hole is one of the most notorious establishments of the disruptive district called Scoria. There's no sign of inscriptions to let you know that the scripted building at the back of the alley is a tavern, but the putrid smell of cheap booze makes it quite clear nonetheless. You nod to the orc bouncer and enter through the small doorway. The inside of the place is no better. Dirty, liched, hangs from a low ceiling. The walls are sticky and your eyes are watering thanks to the thick smoke. Dozens of local derelicts are hunched over their clay tankards. A quick talk with a tainted bartender gains you the entry to the back rooms where Skornar is expected, someone with a package. Tainted. The tainted are essentially humans who contracted or were born with magical disease called the taint. Talk to Skornar, time to deliver the package. Let's see. A sleepy-looking Daj Mahan guard lets you into the back room through the curtained doorway, but Javik has to stay outside. Inside, several moutly individuals are playing cards. One of them, a tall man with red hair and the beard, rises and sends to the others out of the room with a wave of his hand while offering a seat to you at the table. Ooh, like his beard. You take a moment to look each other up and down before you comply. Scorner is a large man with broad shoulders, long limbs, not lips, and a thick red beard. Contrasted by his boyish handsomeness, he's clearly not of imperial origin, but if you had to guess, you'd say he wasn't born on the continent. Foreign symbols cover his arms and necks, in the form of tattoos. He's wearing a bronze breastplate and white-gray fur of a predator is covering his shoulders. An impressive bearded axe with an iron-headed leans against the wall next to him. He makes no threatening move, yet you can feel his dangerous man. Welcome, Vagrus. I'm the one called Skornar the Blue-Faced, he says. You do not mention that his face appears to be human color. I've been expected someone with a delivery. He sits down across you and pours both you and him some ale, smiling. Can I have it now? You hand him the package. +2 inside. Okay. Scorner smiles mischievously and as he wraps a small leather package and carefully observes a golden ring decorated with a silver symbol. He wraps it again and pockets the package. Just checking if it's genuine, more for the craftsman's sake than yours, he says upon seeing your quizzled expression. He salutes you with his own mug and drinking up. You join him. I'm grateful to you, friends, for your parts in this. I'm sure Narbo compensated you somehow. However, you might want to do business with me later nonetheless. You'll find that I can help you with a lot of things in the city. I have to leave now, but you'll see around, aye? With the Scorner leaves the room through a side door, you rejoin Javik, going back to the common room. You leave the waterhole. That was kind of easy. Achievement unlocked. The package. Let's see. Go to the fighting pit. There's a real arena in Avernum, but no imperial city could be imagined without at least a fighting pit. You learn that no Lanista favors the place since a gladiator revolt a few months back, which left dozens dead and most pit fighters gone. Okay, the gladiators revolted, I see. Seek out the medicus, it might be beneficial to your own crew. Purchase medical supplies. Potion tickets, lower than the local price. Okay. Bet on fights. You're no expert in pit fights, but you might get lucky. Enter the rooster. But it might be worth it. Yeah, why not? You can join the next fight, but be mindful that it will progress the day afterwards. If a good man in charge tells you, shed the first blood. Let's refrain from that for now. Leave the fighting pits. So we have been at the foundry with iron. Hey, where's my bronze? Did the bronze drop because we didn't have enough space? Ivory. Can I sell that? Sell it. Whee. Can I somehow pay my crew somewhere? Supplies are just for 3 days left. Okay, it's not good. It's not good. Set cargo. Buy supplies. Okay, that's all my money that I got. Designs of beasts that deal for clothing, armor, and tools alike. It could sell the iron. Ooh, that brought a lot of money. There we go. Money for 7 days. Set cargo. That should be good. And selling those. Okay. Kind of lost of the bronze, apparently. For some reason, as I did not have enough space, as it looks like. Dang it. Dang it. Mining equipment is that expensive? Are you shitting me? So, do you have enough beasts of burden? Do you have enough fighters? And whatnot. Unpaid days are 5. Okay, let's go for some savages. Bounties. Bounties of fire. Hidden outposts. Grabbing all what is possible. Good. After that, we are seeking out. Let's seek out Scorner again. Let's ask him how we can help him. He scratches his beard. That's a very generous offer. There might be something you could help me with. See, I can deal with most things here, but out in the wasteland, there's a bit more difficult. You might already know this. There's a man a lot of people are looking for in Avernum. A man who was a gladiator but escaped and now runs in the outlaw gang out among the dunes. There's a substantial bounty on his head, but I think I can match that. Even sweeten the deal with something special. He smiles that mischievous smile of his when you ask him if a severed head will suffice. You misunderstand. I want the man alive. He's worth much more than that way. Yeah, let's try to deliver the runaway alive. Okay. So we're gonna take our leave for here. Then we want to... Man, there's so many. So many possibilities. Let's go from top to down. Let's go into the Temple of Ashkul. Just some information about the temple itself. Visit the Great Ossuary. Buy some trinkets blessed by the gods of the death. What's a Great Ossuary? It's a system of labyrinth, tunnels, and great dark holes carved into the earth and rock. You walk through the vast halls by 1,000 candles and filled with remains of tens of thousands. Most of those bones are carefully placed in racks built into the walls. What the hell? Its effects are felt long after you left. We got +2 insights for walking past that. Okay. I'm not really interested about the lore behind Ashkul, but let's ask the priest really quickly. The elder god of death was Tenant, who disappeared along with his pantheon after the calamity. You can pause here really quickly and have a look yourself. Buy some trinkets. Nah, I don't want trinkets. We need enough money. So you got the foundries. Enter the Temple of Segurad. We've been there. We've been there. Let's go to the sorcerer. Tell me about the last pilgrimage. So, we're moving up to sorcerer. He's a collector of rarities and cure his berries. Interested in some of your items. Let's have a look. Sell the demon horns, the dwarven gadgets. No, not selling anything. Pain to identify something. Nothing that I have. That we can, what you can about the last pilgrimage. Something tells me that you have encountered with this cavalcade of spirits. Tell me about it. Says after he pockets your coin and sits down for himself, you carefully recite your chance meetings with the last pilgrimage. Every now and then, Incanus interrupts you and asks very specific questions about your experience with these specters. He seems especially interested in your visions that triggered when the undead procession was near. Icanus stays silent and motionless for a long time. After you finish telling a story at the length, he stirs and asks you in a rasping voice, "What is it exactly that you'd like to know?" Can they be defeated somehow? Let me answer your question with a question. Icanus leans forward. If it was possible, why do you think no one else has never managed to do so? That's kind of true. What happens when they run into someone? Never was anyone who met the pilgrimage twice so closely and lived and find the extraordinary. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Thank you kindly, that's all. We'll leave for now. Okay, I would think for if we... what will happen next and what the investigation will lead us. And if you're enjoying this, please let me know now in the comments. We're also live every week, at least 3 times. Go to twitch.com/coremakertv. And I hope you're enjoying this kind of slow-paced storytelling for Vagrus, the Riven realms. Let me know if you want more. And let me know if you would like to see also the open world of Vagrus, the Riven realms. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope it was okay to listen to my voice reading all these out. Have a wonderful time, and until next time, your Core Maker variety cast in the Real Life Viking to your service. Bye-bye.